Morning, Stephen. Borna was just speaking there about the game at the weekend and saying that comments from Celtic, suggesting that they are still the better side in Scotland. They found that disrespectful. What have you made of the comments, and do you feel like you have been given the respect you deserve since you've won the league title?
Well, I think in football, in this game, everyone's entitled to their own view and their own opinion. I think that's the reason why there's so many platforms to give people that chance to give their opinion. I don't really focus on anyone outside Rangers in terms of their views and their opinions. I just focus on what's happening inside here. On the 15th of May, we'll lift our 55th title as a club, and I'll be one of the proudest men on the planet. Where that sits right now, we're 20 points clear in that situation with 4 games to play, with the chance to go unbeaten. So I don't need to listen to anyone else outside the Rangers to, get a view on that. I know what the reality is. I know the truth, and it's a date that we're very much looking forward to as a club. Anything on the outside or anyone's views or opinions on that is not really important.
Joe Hendry, go next, please.
Morning, Stephen. Just on the game at the weekend, we seen Alfredo Morelos score his first goal against Celtic last time. Can we expect him to have the bit between his teeth this weekend?
I think he'll definitely have the bit between his teeth. I think that goes without saying. I think anyone who knows Alfredo, having worked him close, I think that's one thing you can never ever judge him on. When he puts a kit on and he goes across that white line, he's always game, he's always up for it. He always gives it his best. I think it was big for him from a personal point of view to get that goal, because I think a lot of people were obviously speaking about that. He's got the belief and the confidence from myself and the staff and all the players. We know what he can do. And, if he's selected to play in a couple of days' time, I'd have no doubt that he'll have the bit between his teeth, and I'd have no doubt that he can go and put in a top performance for us. So, we'll see what happens in terms of team selection.
David Edgar, please.
Morning, Stephen.
Good morning, David.
If such a thing is possible, is there even another level of intensity added to this because it's a cup tie, even more so than just a normal Old Firm match?
I think it's very difficult to predict how the game's going to go and what intensity it's going to be played at. I think cup football is certainly different. It gives everyone a chance. You've seen it for many, many years. The magic of a cup competition is it gives everyone a chance and a possibility. Intensity and the tempo of the game is something that we'll be trying to strive for to be at our best, because I believe as a team we play our best football when we're aggressive and when we play quick. And we've won a lot of football matches when we've played at a real exciting tempo. So it's something that we'll try and strive for, but we'll have to wait and see how the game pans out. It's very difficult to predict how a game's going to look, how it's going to feel, and what you're going to see.
Craig Vickers, please.
Hello, Stephen. Just what's the sort of update on James, and have you got a sort of further update on Ryan Jack's recovery?
Yes, I have. So I'll start with James. James will train with the team today, full contact for the first time. So yesterday he trained, but there was conditions on him and everyone else around him, just to let him ease and weigh in, because it was the first time in and around bodies. But he'll train with full contact today. And it's a situation that we'll make a real late call on. We'll see how he looks today and tomorrow. There's still 2 big sessions in terms of the preparation, but the good news is that he's on the verge, if you like, and assuming he has 2 strong sessions, will probably push me towards involving him, but I'm not in a position to make that decision just yet, because it's Friday now and we've still got to train this morning, we've still got to train tomorrow. I'd be making a real premature judgment on James. In terms of Ryan, unfortunately, it's mixed news, and the bad news is that he's ruled out for the rest of the season, so you won't see Ryan play for Rangers this season. He'll also be ruled out of the Euros in the summer, which is bad news for him from a personal point of view, and it's bad news for everyone connected to the Scottish game, because I think he's been phenomenal for the national team, and he was very much looking forward to that. So it's sad news for him from a personal point of view. The good news is that we found a solution and we've got to the bottom of the problem, and all being well in terms of his rehab from the procedure that he will have next week, he should be due to return in pre-season at some stage.
Andrew McLean, please.
Morning, Stephen.
Good morning.
Given the fact you're unbeaten in the last 4 Old Firm games and you've won the league, is it now about trying to prolong that and, you know, a long period of dominance for as long as possible, and this cup competition gives you an outlet to do so?
I think we're really proud of our season so far. You know, a couple of defeats. What is it in? We late 40s, nearly knocking on 50 games. I think it's a phenomenal record and a real level of consistency that makes me really satisfied and proud. But as I've said in numerous interviews of late, it's about what's next. It's about not looking back, looking forward. And this game at the weekend gives us an opportunity to go into the next round and really go and try and fight for a cup. That's what everyone's focused on and really looking forward to. And it's a really exciting game to be involved in at the weekend. And what's gone before in previous derbies or what's gone before this season will have no bearing on what's going to happen in the next 90 minutes or possibly longer. So it's very much for us, we need to find a performance that's good enough to progress at the weekend. That's the only focus here right now.
Luke Shanley, please.
Stephen, with respect to what else is going on, how is Glenn Kamara personally, and what have you had to do to try and maybe lift him or protect him or gee him up for this massive game this week?
I think Glenn's handled the whole situation really well, professional, and typical of him, really. You know, he's really calm, he's really measured. He's a clever kid, very mature for someone his age, and he's been through a lot. But what he's had a real strong support from all of us here at Rangers, from everyone at the club, the supporters, and you guys as well, and everyone around the game. And he's gone about his business very well, very professional, and he's fine. He's looking forward to the game at the weekend. He's prepared really well. And I've had numerous chats with Glenn, and the main thing that's coming from him is, I just want to play football. And that's what he loves doing, and then we'll support him and continue to support him in any way we can.
Raman, go ahead, please.
Thanks, David. Morning, Stephen. Just on that, Stephen, I wondered if you took in the Arsenal game last night and the stance they took before the game, and in particular Lacazette. Just wanted to get your take on that.
I loved everything about the game. I loved Arsenal's performance. I loved the way they went about it. I admired how they approached before the game, during the game, and after the game. I'm sure Glenn did as well. But I was really proud watching Arsenal's performance last night. Everything about it. I thought the way they prepared for the game, the way the manager spoke, the way the players behaved before, during, and after, and then to back it up with that level of performance. I sat there and really enjoyed that game. I thought it was a sensational performance.
Andy, go ahead, please. Andy Newport.
Hi, Stephen. Just going back to Ryan. I mean, that's obviously a bitter blow from to be ruled out of the summer. Are you confident? He's obviously, over the last few years, he has missed a number of games for injuries. Are you totally confident now that this is you at the bottom of his injury problems, and that he'll have a sort of clear run, hopefully, next season?
Hopefully. I think it's very difficult to predict what happens in the future. All I can do is speak about where we are sitting here right now today, and we are at the bottom of a situation that we've been, as a medical team and a club, putting a lot of effort in, a lot of time to try and find the best solution moving forward for Ryan. He's been frustrated and down of late because he doesn't like missing football matches. He missed the title running, which I know has frustrated him, and he's worked his socks off to put himself in a position in Scotland's starting 11, and he was really looking forward to the summer in terms of the Euros. So he'll be devastated deep down. I know he will. He's a winner. He wants to play. But now it's about putting the trust in the experts in this situation, and they've found a situation that he needs addressing. He needs a procedure to fix something that's very important. It wasn't a case of trying to get through and battle through and put your body through anything to get yourself to a stage where this can happen in the future. This is a situation that needs addressing right now. And then we have to trust the experts in this situation, and we will. And next week sometime he'll have an important procedure that will hopefully, once he's recovered from that, put him in a position where he can repeat football matches consistently, and he can be a help to us and Scotland moving forward.
David Tanner, finally, please.
Morning, Stephen.
Good morning.
Usually when teams win the league, they see a dip in performance. Have you been impressed with the way that the players have stuck at it, especially after winning the league so early?
I think in terms of results, the answer to the question would be yes. We obviously had 2 real difficult ties against Slavia from a European perspective. We picked ourselves up and got a decent result away in an old firm, if you like, and then we've backed it up from there with a win in the cup and a strong win against Hibs. But you can see, and I have been aware that there has been a slight drop off compared to where we was in the title running. But I think we've almost been waiting for a fixture that has got an edge about it and a real importance about it. And the preparation's been slightly different this week because you can see the focus in the players and you can see everyone in the zone and really ready to try and put in a top performance at the weekend.
Thanks very much, guys. See you Sunday if you're coming along.